Oh man. Hey everybody. Running just a couple of minutes late today. I whew, so got big news, but I'm gonna make you wait for it. uh, how is everyone today? Carolyn, thank you for being here. I am completely out of breath. I was just running to get my paraphernalia for this. I got the screen blocking the sun hitting my face. And good morning, Daryl. Good morning, Faithful Flowers. Good morning, Lisa. Now, everyone, Lisa, as you've come to know Lisa on our live stream. Good morning, Steve. Thank you. Joy, hold on. I need to move this slide over so I can see that better. There we go. Good morning, Kate. Good morning, Happy. I've got all of my moderators. No, wait, Christina's not here yet, but I've got, and Jack. Jack, I'm sure is, whoa, hang on. That's actually not bad the way it was. Ed, I see a comment up here, but I can't read that right now. Good morning, Beth. Prime Cam Studios. Hi, where are you writing from? I don't remember your Google name. Good morning, Stephen, and remind me where you are. Rebecca, good morning. Dennis, how are you feeling today? What is 55 degrees TV? Because I don't know what that means. Oh, I've got this thing on my screen that is in the way, and it says to refresh, and I am just too chicken to try to refresh that. Oh, right. Stephen, you have to come, if you're a fan of my channel and my garden, you have to come and see it. You've got a week or two. That's it. How many days? Wow, how many days? Tell me where you're writing from, Kuak. Kuak Duaki Tuthu. I have no idea how to pronounce that, and I'm so sorry. I apologize for butchering that. Where are you writing from? Oh, that's fantastic. Dennis is watching on his phone and his TV. I have no idea how that works. To cut expenses, I cut my TV. Well, I hadn't turned it on in a year anyway. And so just 5 months ago, I just said, why am I paying for TV? So I cut it. Hi, where are you writing from in Arabic there? I think that's Arabic. I could be wrong. I am running a little bit late, so I am just using my oil. The oil for today is Envision. For those of you who just joining me for the first time, I am a Young Living essential oils distributor, and I know a few of the people that have been on my live stream have gone to my Marketing Sense website and looked around. So if anybody is thinking about getting into their own business, their own home-based business, and you think that Young Living might be right for you, please send me an email and let's communicate. I don't like to harass people. I like to let people think about it and figure out for themselves what they want to do. I know that's not the most aggressive marketing approach, but I just think everybody needs to make up their own mind. But another product that we have that is crucial to getting me through the night is my CBD. And this is 100% hemp, which is legal in all 50 states. And because they are working, this company was purchased by Young Living. This has Young Living essential oils in it. And I put this on last night when my back was killing me, because yesterday, yes, Stephen, we have to work it out because everything is getting very, very tight and booked up. Yesterday, Eric was here with his son, who's looking for a job and needs the work, and so he came and helped, and we really cleaned up the late bloomer garden. And you will see in the next video uh, just exactly what we did. It's part one, because this is going to be a several days process. Thank you. Who just gave me $5? Thank you so much. That was Happy. You're so generous. Anybody else want to give me a live chat, super chat donation? Just hit that $ at the bottom. Also, make sure and hit the like button. Good morning, Travis. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. How do you pronounce Kuak? I have no idea. And did you tell me where you're from? Because I was talking and I missed it. Lila. Good morning, Lila. What about the other one? Dennis. Dennis Pablo, everyone, we have been connected since 2012, and we're still connected. Dennis, Dennis, you're not going to see the food forest that this was, because a lot of it went yesterday. But no, I wouldn't say a lot, because, a lot of things were kind of done. The summer stuff was done. It's a police helicopter overhead going very slowly. I'm sorry, I'm jumping around. Kuak says they often watch my video all day. That's fantastic, but tell me where you are. That's fantastic. And where are you, Prime Cam? Where are you located? And Daryl, what did Daryl say? See, every time I start talking, you guys, That's great, Daryl. You're going to love Berkeley tie-dye. If you have success with that tomato, you're going to think you've died and gone to heaven. Thank you, Carolyn. You're right, Kate. You're right, and that needs to be pointed out. And those kinds of wonderful channels are only possible through the donations of people like you. Because the government does not support a culture the way they should. What is the day? What's the day? I don't know what you're asking, Kwok. Today is Sunday in Los Angeles. Right, Kate is pointing out that there are 31 on, and there are only 13 of these. Now, I understand. I think you can hit the like button if you're watching on TV. I think that if you're on your mobile phone, you might have to get off the live chat, hit the like button, and get back on the live chat. Lorena, and Lila. Oh, Dennis has two beautiful daughters that it's the most loving family I've ever seen, and they're so close, and you're so lucky, Dennis. Hi, Jack. What is the weather doing in Maryland? I can't wait to know. Heaven's Essentials, good morning. Where are you located? Hi, Nanu. Where are you writing from? Lorena. Sorry, Lorena. Did I mess up? Correct, Stephen, correct. They don't really give you a choice. If you just say, I want PBS and the Science Channel, you have to have, for them to run the lines and have their hierarchy, everything, they got to have one chunk for you to sign up. Philippines, hello, Lot. Good morning. I don't recognize your name. I think you must be new. Right, Kate. I could do those voiceovers all day long. I get so jealous when I see those shows and you have a host, and I'm going, why am I not doing that? I'm so good at that. Who's maybe moving? Carolyn? You may be moving. Thank you, Happy. Show the love. Heaven's Essentials, Central California. I have a number of people. Christina's from Central California. Oh, it depends on what you call Central. Do you call the whole Sacramento, um, the Central Valley? I guess. See, ah, everywhere from Los. Oh gosh, I can't even think. Kate is giving you instructions on how to like this chat if you're on mobile. So check out that all caps message by Kate. Uh, ooh, Jack is our young gardener in Maryland, and he perseveres through the most torrential weather up there to grow a garden. And I think we should all give Jack a hand, because any person who is in high school who is committed to gardening and is also a very budding, very serious meteorologist, I think that's fantastic. Um, by the way, Beth is mentioning Roku. Late Bloomer is supposed to be on Roku. I'm supposed to have my own dedicated channel on Roku. I haven't really talked about this much. I did sign a contract with a company to do that, but nothing is happening. And I've written the guy and I'm going, what is happening? Is it happening? I don't even know. But if it happens, you'll know. Good morning, Angela's Garden Sense from Maryland, Zone 7. Well, you've got to be close to Jack. Except Maryland, well, maybe you're not close to Jack. Jack, connect with Angela and see if you're close. Okay, Gigi, where are you writing from? I remember your name. Don't remember where you're writing from. Lot. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. I have a lot of fans in the Philippines. In fact, if you look at my countries where people watch, of course, all of them have some English speaking, but it's the U.S. and then, believe it or not, India, and then Canada and Great Britain and Philippines, and all of that's about the same amount of people watching. Look at all those congrats, Jack. Oh my gosh. Starting the snowmakers at Keystone. Carolyn, can I come out and go skiing with you this winter? I can't tell you how badly I want to go skiing. What a story that is. It keeps jumping. Travis, I'm glad you asked. It was 57 degrees at 7 a.m. And that is why I am wearing a turtleneck underneath my late bloomer long sleeve, one of the two long sleeve styles. By the way, everybody, after that first initial 55 people ordering t-shirts, everything just went boom. I know there's more than 55 people out there that want to wear my late bloomer t-shirt, so please get your orders in. Not Carolyn, sorry, Carolyn, not you, but let's see. Kate, could you please post my t-shirt? Go grab the URL, because it always works better for a hot link at www.bonfire.com/late-bloomer for my t-shirts. Well, John, are you anywhere near Carolyn? Because maybe we could have a Colorado thing. You know, I had some fun times in Colorado when I was young. Oh, it keeps Grandma Sandy. Yes, I am, Grandma, and I'm going to talk about that in just a second. Oh, okay. Well, I'm still here, Grandma Sandy. I'm still here okay, we can talk about that now. I am envisioning a bright new future. Everybody just take a breath and envision something wonderful happening. And right, Beth. That was a freak accident, and that will never happen again. That particular kind of accident will never happen again, Beth. Uh, let's see. You have the gray one. Isn't it comfy? Well, I think the gray one is this fabric is a little heavier, and the gray one is really, really soft. By the way, speaking of Texas, my son Walker is going to be arriving, I believe, tomorrow to his new home. And yesterday, a moving company came and picked up all of his stuff. You know how moms are the keeper of stuff. And there were a couple of 2 or 3 times over the period, until my mother left our house. She only lived in the one house during her marriage. And I went down for a week in 1970 to help her unpack. And at that time, she had 2 houses. She had a little house next door that they had bought for family to come and visit because our house wasn't that big. And it came available, and they bought it for a song, not much. And so, but my mother I am like my mother. I keep everything because she told me, she always said, "Kay, keep everything, because we're going to make a scrapbook out of every single thing you do." And she did that for the longest time. And in 2003 or 5, let's see, I think it was 2005, she came out here for a week. Now, my mother had only been on a plane one time, I think, when she came out here. And my brother bought her a first class ticket and also paid for her best friend to come with her, which is very generous of my brother. And they came, no, wait, that was the first time. And then she came alone the second time, 2 years later, with the sole purpose of making a tennis scrapbook for Walker. And she walked in the door and she said, "Kay," and she came with her Sears and Roebuck, if you can believe. She put her Sears and Roebuck catalog in her suitcase because that's what she used to press everything that she would glue together. And she brought that out here with her scissors and tape and all of her things. And she walked in the door and she said, "Well, Kay, we can't make Walker a scrapbook without making Will a scrapbook." And I'm going, wow. And she was here for, I think, 13 days. And the first 7, we made Will a scrapbook. And because he came into our lives when he was 3.5. We adopted him when he was 3.5. And so we made this incredible scrapbook for him. And then we started the tennis scrapbook, which took the rest of the 6 days, which is like that. Incredible. How did I get off on scrapbooks? At any rate, 42. Yeah, we got blue skies here too. And there's not a cloud up there, Eric. Thank you, John Haffey. Did Dennis go? See you, Dennis. Thank you, Haffey. Haffey has just posted, or did post, I don't know if this is moving, posted the t-shirt link. So if there's anyone who hasn't gotten a t-shirt, who is in a financial situation to buy a t-shirt, I would really appreciate it. 40 to 100, that's radical, Jack. I don't know how you can function with a plastic greenhouse. 39 watching, only 25 thumbs up. Come on, smash that button, people. Clyde, give me to. Oh, Happy, you're making me jealous. Just stop. Just stop it. Stop it. This was the worst year for tomatoes ever. And, I had all of that pest eating my tomatoes early on, never figured out, didn't buy wild cam or whatever, that night vision camera or whatever. Didn't buy one of those, and never found out what that was. I have two little. Well, actually, I have a couple little tomato plants over here underneath the apple tree that just came up, and and then I have two plants out in the front, and I've got about 6 tomatoes on there, and when they're done, that's it. So, it's clearing out, and the leaves are dropping off the fig tree as we speak, and the bees, oh my gosh, the bees must be so happy that I provided figs for them. You can't believe there was the one per Eric, you'll appreciate this. There was one big desert fig, and those Desert King fig, as fantastic as the brown turkey is and those huge figs that it produces, the Desert King figs are are more amazing in the mouth to bite into than the brown turkey will ever hope to be. And I've only had about 2 that were perfect, and it was just like biting into a spoonful of jam. Anyway, I had this one big one out there, and it needed one more day, and I said, I'll forget about it, and and tomorrow that'll be covered in bees. Or the fig beetles. I mean, the fig eater beetles seem to have gone. I haven't seen those in a while. Now all of my figs are covered with like 20 bees, each one of them. Just and so I put it in a silk bag so that I would have that for myself. And I forgot about it. And I went out there 3 days later, and I thought, I wonder if that fig's, and it was like completely just like a little droop of a dark brown thing. And there were like 20 bees on the outside of the silk bag doing whatever they do. Okay, Angela's garden sense. I can tell you, I am moving to an apartment. So I do have a place to go. I consider this a landing place because you have to have a landing place when you sell your house. And I can't afford to buy a house here, it's too expensive. So I will not be able to have a garden here that I own. And community garden spaces all around Santa Monica, Venice. I would have to go way out into the valley to just walk in and secure a garden plot in a community garden, unless someone hearing this knows of something that I don't know about. And so it has yet to be determined. I thought I had a place. I've told you, I thought I had a place for my container plants to go just a couple of blocks away. But, he's older, and he changed his mind. And so I respect that. And so I am still looking for that. And I'm going to the Palisades Garden Club meeting tomorrow night and make an announcement and see if, if maybe somebody there knows something of something. So hopefully by the time I have my next live stream, I'll have some idea. And if I absolutely have to, I can move a few container plants to my friend Hazel in the neighborhood, who is she's like an angel on earth. She's amazing, and she offered. It's just it wouldn't be a place where I'm going to be shooting videos every day, whenever I feel like it. So that's the issue. Well, Kate, number one, he moved from Minneapolis and he put all of his furniture in a pod. The pod is independently moving to Austin while he is driving. He's combining a work trip, visit some of his cattle producers on the way there. And so he's traveling with 2 people from his company, and that would be impossible. Yeah, John, it will be up to whoever buys this property. If someone buys this property and decides to tear it all down, which they very well could, They very well could. I mean, I think that a a young family or a family with, I think the perfect family to buy this house would be uh, a family with a couple of kids who are between 8 and 12 years old, 6 and 10, and whose parents want to to ensure that their children have healthy food for their lifetime, and they want to set an example for the I'm manifesting people, I'm manifesting. They want to set an example for their children that will last a lifetime. And while they see everyone else just have cookie cutter gardens with pretty flowers and a little bit of patch of grass or whatever, desert gardens, and not be out in their yards. Their parents will be out in the yard showing them, pulling carrots out of the raised beds and showing them where the food comes from and setting the example. That would be my dream buyer because a family could live in this house for 20 years and and as long as there's not a major earthquake, this house is solid. So but the major buyers of houses where I am are developers. So, oh, do you have green tomatoes, Kate? That you could make some of that? Because I would love to have some of that when I come and visit you. You can, Daryl, but well, the good news is, people, because I haven't told you, is there was debate about whether or not I was going to have to rip everything out, and I just said it's ridiculous. I'm not ripping out my trees. I'm not doing that. And so I had a landscape person come over, and she said, "You absolutely don't have to do that." She came over 2 days ago. Yeah, yeah. She came over Friday, and she said, "Do this, 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 this." And I said, "We can do that." And so the major casualty was the back 40. But if you've been following my channel, you know that because I have to say the back 40 was hazardous because it was like this much walkway between the back 40 and the other raised bed, and it was very hard to navigate around there. But the big issue was, I mean, I spent like 4 years building soil there. It was amazing, but that soil that I built there attracted the olive tree roots and the birch tree roots because those trees got much bigger in that 4 years, and those roots had invaded that whole bed. So even if I'd wanted to minimize that bed or whatever, it would have had to been all dug up, weed cloth put down, weed barrier or whatever you call it, and redone. And so it's simply been eliminated. And now I'm sitting here and I can actually see my orange tree. So, mm, but that's what happens, Carolyn. Let's see. Michael, where you, I didn't see you join, Michael. Where are you writing from? Uh, Nevin, hi. Aquino, where are you writing from? I just wanted to mention Lisa Chandler, who is listening but driving, is one of our regular people that tune in, and she is coming to visit me today. In fact, I don't know, she's driving now, but she's not getting here till 2, so I'm not exactly sure where she's driving, but she's coming here this afternoon, and she has offered to help me. And I said yes. So my plan, she doesn't know this yet, but my car is loaded with a load to go to I had to rent a storage unit because of, from going to a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house with a 2-car garage and an art studio and a dark room. Um, I have had to get rid of a lot of things. And so some of which went out with my son from my son's things yesterday, went out of the garage. And so I've got another load. I had to rent a storage unit, which hopefully I won't have to keep forever. I'm going to start paring down because, like I was saying, I did that with my mother. I went in 2007. I stayed there for a week, and we did the same thing. We threw out. We went through everything. This is when she was still fit, and so I came back committed to the idea in 2007 of starting that process for myself then. But I started gardening in 2011, and everything in there just stayed kind of the same. uh, was it 2007? Yeah, yeah. So, Friendship TV Club in South Texas. Kate is in South Texas. Friendship Club TV. Who are you? My son is going to be living in Austin. He is arriving tomorrow from his drive to Minneapolis, and he has bought a house with his GF girlfriend, and they're going to be living in Austin, not far from the airport. Because Blue Moon from Bosnia, thank you for joining. Nevin, where did you say you were writing from? Niagara Falls. Oh, Michael, I've never been there. Can you believe? I lived on the East Coast until 1988. I was in New York for 7 years, and I made it up to Vermont once to go skiing, and I never made it to Niagara Falls. But of course, my mother and father did, and I remember this great story of I think that was part of their honeymoon trip. My father, when he was in the Navy, he sent all of his money back to his mother and told her to keep it in safekeeping. And he had saved, I don't know, it was a lot of money back then, I guess, but maybe it was $5,000 or something. And when he and he kept that in that safe. And when he met my mother, the day he met my mother, he told the man he was staying with that he was going to marry her and before the end of the summer, and he did. Very, very romantic. And they launched on a 1-month honeymoon trip by car, and they went all around the country, and they went up to Niagara Falls and went out to the redwoods and the whole thing, and all the way back to Tennessee. It's just amazing. Nevin, Philippines, fantastic. There's somebody else on from the Philippines. Lot. Nevin, connect with Lot and see if she's still on. I'm assuming that's a girl, but I don't know for sure. No, well, the thing is, Grandma Sandy, the good thing is I won't be that far from my neighborhood. So that's nice. And I will still be able to walk in the neighborhood with my friends. Are we talking about quilts now, Kate? I have so many quilts. Me too, Grandma. Me too. And I'm sorry your husband is having bad health. I wish there was something I could do. Wow, Beth, that's ambitious. I mean, that's amazing if you get rid of that much. Austin is damp in the winter? Really? I didn't know that. Oh, shoot. Well, she just missed my son. I was hoping to go back there. I wanted to go back there, and there's a wonderful theater called the Guthrie Theater, I'm sure you know, in Minneapolis. And I wanted to go back there and do a residency or something, in acting, but never happened. Oh my gosh, Kate. First of all, I'm sorry that you lost 2 sisters. Wow. Let me see if Daryl, but that's amazing. But you grew up among the Amish, but you weren't Amish, obviously. Oh, Nevin, I would love to. There's so many people that watch me from the Philippines, and we're close, you know. I would love to visit the Philippines, but it's so big and spread out and so many islands. I mean, I wouldn't even begin to know how to navigate all that. That may be true, Stephen. Where do you live? My other son just moved downtown. Kentucky is a beautiful state, Carolyn. But after my week there, I decided that I would not be living in Kentucky. Beautiful people, though. Beautiful people. Good morning, Marilyn Monroe. Thank you for joining. How's the acting career going? Oh my gosh, Kate, you lived in well, we'll have to talk about all that. Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl. Cheryl is still watching all of my videos. I get notifications from her every day. That's a good question. Daryl, do you have a suggestion for Jack about when he should bring in his lemon tree for the winter? I mean, I just South Park. That sounds like a TV show. I actually am not sure where South Park is in downtown LA. Haffy just said below 40, Jack. Fantastic. Where are you located? I forgot. Maryland. No, tell me your name. Tell me tell me your name, Marilyn Monroe. 'Cause I'm trying to No, he said he's in downtown LA, Carolyn. Well, Cheryl, yeah, I think I had seven videos in Kentucky, and it is an eye opener. Uh, below 40. Everybody is saying below 40, Jack. Oh, interesting. Is that close to City Terrace? Actually, I think it's closer. No, City Terrace is farther out. Um, yeah, my son is up near well, not he's about a mile from the Walt Disney Hall, straight south of there. Alita, thank you. And remind me where you are, Alita. Michael, she just means that Kentucky is it's rich in wonderful people, but there's a lot of poverty, and we talked about that a lot in the videos, and we talked about flooding and you know the big Ohio River flooding Ashland and some other places, and I drove through coal country. You should watch the playlist. I would really appreciate it if you watched that playlist and then reported back your response or impressions next week. Hello from Greece, Giannis. Hello from the United Kingdom, Donna. Fantastic. Christine is asking anyone for recommendations of books on propagation of flowers. Okay. And Stephen, if I may ask, are you a young man? Do you garden? Do you have any opportunity where you are to garden? And how did you find my channel? I'm just curious. Okay, guys, just forget about what Jack just said. We don't want to get him in trouble. Patrick, if you're talking to me, I don't have a new garden yet. And I don't know where I'm going to be gardening. I hope, there's so much to do to prepare this property for sale. I mean, obviously I should have started months ago, but I didn't, I couldn't wrap my head around it. And so if you would like to know what I'm definitely going to take with me, the only thing that I know for sure that I'm going to take with me is are the 2 trees I bought from Four Winds Growers last year, which is, I highly recommend if you're ordering fruit trees. They're in California, so obviously if you're in California, that's a great recommendation. If you're on the East Coast, there might be someone better, but I really think that it's a great company. I was going to do an open the box kind of video when I got my trees, and I didn't do it. But they were extremely well packed, beautiful condition, and there hasn't been a bug on them. They're just beautiful, and still very healthy, and they're in pots. So one is a kaffir lime and one is a Kishu mandarin. And then I'll take a few little pots of things, but I just don't know what I'm going to be doing. If I can figure that out before I have to leave, and I'll leave a few plants at my friend's. Hi from Toronto. I do, Maria. I do, and I need if you're going to do that, you need to do it now. Is you're in Canada, so you would need to. If you ordered seeds from the U.S., it's going to cost you $10 no matter where. So if you make a donation to my PayPal, and maybe Haffy can copy that link from my homepage and post it. If you send me a $10 donation to PayPal, I'll mail you some this week, and that's what I'll do. You are going to do what, Michael? I missed something. Kate is reminding everyone, and thank you, Kate, to hit the notification bell on my channel if you haven't already. And then you will be notified if I upload something. You will also be notified if I post news on my community page, which I do regularly. And I just wanted to give a shout out to my latest, my latest patron. I have a new patron on Patreon, and I'm trying to think. It's one of the new people that I've connected with. Is it Tawana or is it? I can't remember. But I am not as good with following up with, and I don't do perks or anything on Patreon. I just feel like there's so little time to do everything, and I know I don't do as much as I need to be doing. But Kate said subscribe to the Late Bloomer channel and click the notification bell, and also subscribe to latebloomershow.com, because I do Not as much as I used to, but I do occasionally post blog posts in there, and you'll find the recipes for some of the cooking videos I post in there. Just go under the recipe tab and you can see what I've posted in the past. There's a there's a recipe for oh, what was it? How did they call this? It was it was a recipe for, it's so easy. A recipe for zucchini. Um I can't remember now. I'll tell you, I'll look it up and I'll tell you later. Um Good morning, Brian. Where have you been? We've been waiting you for 46 minutes. I actually started a minute or two late today. Flipper uh, jumped. Darn it. Every time I see something, it jumps. Christina, it is freeing to a point, but it's hard. And I know because I lived across the street from a hoarder for 23 years, I think. His place is still over there and full of stuff, but he's gone. And they're going to tear that place down any day now, I guess. And I could see the actual torment and pain. Hoarding is a disease. It is a mental, psychological disease. And I think I have a little bit of that just from my mother. I don't know if I have the disease, but I have, my mother grew up in sheer poverty. And so I think part of her wanting to hang on to stuff was because they just didn't have anything. When she left home at 18, she had one little cardboard suitcase, and it had her high school annual and her grade school annual yearbooks. And she said she had one dress that was store bought. Everything else was handmade. She made her own underwear out of feed sacks. I mean, she really was. She really learned how to do everything on her own. And so part of that, wanting to hang on to stuff, and I'll share this story with you if you're interested, is she, in one of the many times I went to her apartment before she went into assisted living, and she would have so much clutter because she was going to make a scrapbook out of that or make something out of that and make something out of that, but nothing would ever get completed. So there are always boxes of uncompleted projects everywhere and all these clothes. And I was going through her clothes for the umpteenth time. And I held up her, I said, "Mother, what about these?" She wanted to approval. Her back was killing her. So she was laying on the bed. And I was sitting up on the bed. And I said, what about these? And these were the jeans. The only time she wore jeans, blue jeans, was these kind of pedal pusher, calf length jeans that she would wear gardening, because she did all this major gardening up at the church, which was right up the hill. She made this meditation garden. She supervised the construction of a bus garage. She supervised the whole building of the parking lot and all the landscaping. She did all that herself, by herself. And there was no irrigation for the landscaping. She hand watered all of these trees and got them all started. I mean, she would just come home exhausted, which is why her back was so bad. Anyway, I said, "What about these, Mother?" And she said, "Kaye, those are my work clothes." I said, "Mother, you're not going to work anymore." And she just threw herself back on the bed and sobbed. That's that story. It's hard to let stuff go. I've got all my seeds, Beth. I'm taking my seeds for sure. I've given a lot of my seeds to whoever comes to visit me, but I have seeds. Thank you for posting that PayPal link. If anybody wants to make a donation to this channel, every little bit helps. Maria is saying, awesome, yay. One can hit the thumbs up after yeah. If you can't hit the thumbs up now, hit it after the live stream. What did I do, Patrick, that you're thanking me for? Kate is reminding everyone to give the thumbs up button. Maria, yes, I am moving. I mentioned that early on. Everybody's been asking, where are you moving? Where are you moving? And I did not know until yesterday. But I do know where I'm moving. And I will not have any access to a garden there. So or a balcony. So I am looking for my next garden opportunity, actively looking. So hopefully in a week I'll have some more news, and if not in a week, then at some point, I'm going to be gardening again, and I'm going to keep inspiring people. And all of my posts on social media now. By the way, follow me if you're on Instagram. I know a lot of people aren't on social media, but Steve is not. Steve, are you still there? Instagram and Twitter and Facebook are all at Late Bloomer Show. And I am using the hashtag Follow My Journey. And I'm trying to keep people interested in my journey to my next garden, to my next place where I can inspire people and try to inspire people about the journey itself. And someone was telling me that they follow a YouTuber, a couple that, sold up everything and they went on to try to, figure out a new life somewhere else. And it was just the journey itself that people found interesting. And that's what I'm hoping that, because I'm older and I'm on my own and, how am I going to reinvent myself? If I reinvent myself, or how am I going to invent a garden? And hopefully that'll be interesting to people. And I care about all of you, and I hope you care about my journey. So hashtag follow my journey. Hi, Tawana. Yeah, go back and watch the beginning because we covered a lot of stuff. Manjeet Singh. Hi, where are you writing from? Donna, exactly. And we all have a story. I'm going to do that, Jack. I will definitely be doing that. Oh, Haffy, you're asking me the most heartbreaking question. Well, it's going to break my heart. The whole thing's going to break my heart. Anyway, as you'll see in my next video, I was hoping that I could peel them green, and you just can't. They're not ready, as you can see. When you try to peel them too soon, it's literally you take a piece off like that. And when they're dry, now, if I cut them and let them dry, I don't know. I mean, as you can see, loofah gets squishy. Wait, where is my microphone? Oh, I didn't even have you been able to hear me okay? I forgot to hook up my microphone today. But I don't know if you can hear that. But you think, well, okay, if it's empty like that inside, it should be okay to peel it. It's very hard to peel it. And I would say this, because the weather has suddenly turned, it was really hot and it suddenly turned cooler because of all that's happening with this whole weather, there's 2 feet of snow in Montana on the first day of fall. I mean, it's crazy. So At any rate, when it's ready, you won't see all this white, this solid white in here. This is still the flesh of the plant, which has not uh, dried up, decomposed. And so what I don't know is, I suppose I could research this, if I cut them green and I let them dry, if they would still be good loofahs. The problem is, I thought with that heat wave, I was really going to see this through. And the leaves are all yellow and cruddy looking and all that. But the loofahs need, I would say, a good month before they would be ready. And so I have a Hazel last night. She offered, now this rickety thing that Eric and I constructed, this trellis. She was suggesting that I clip the vines that are going up in the tree. I'll have to abandon that and take the plants, move this whole operation onto the back of the pickup truck of the gardener that works at her house, and take it all over to her house. I think someone has come to talk to me. I told him not before 9:30, but I have a tree trimmer. Oh dear, I may have to get off. I have a tree trimmer coming to give me an estimate on cutting back the olive. The olive is absolutely, and this is another thing, John, Haffey, and everyone, is remember the olive fiasco from last year. I spent so much time doing the olives, brining the olives, washing them, having Eric pick them, the whole thing, which costs money. I pay Eric to come and work for me, and then all those olives didn't taste good, and I threw them all away, mostly. But they look better this year. I did use the beneficial nematodes, and sprayed the whole ground and everything, beneficial nematodes, and I was hoping that would. I don't think I did it soon enough. Maybe if I had done it earlier in the year and maybe done it again, it might have cut down the numbers of the olive fruit fly emerging from the soil. But I am going to have both of these olive trees thinned out and pruned, and just have all of that taken away. And also the pineapple guavas, I'm going to have them opened up a little bit. They're going to stay. They get a reprieve. And of course the figs will get pruned down once it's done fruiting, they'll get pruned down. All this is going to happen within the next 4 weeks. So I got a lot going on. I got a painter coming tomorrow to give me an estimate on doing the fence and doing some touch-up work, and so I got a lot going on. I haven't even packed up my office, which is the most dense room in my entire house. So I got a lot to do. Hi, Manjeet. Where are you writing from? India, I'm assuming? No, maybe. Everybody hit the thumbs up button. Oh, Christina's getting pretty metaphysical there. Or philosophical. You're so right. You're so right. Are we a product of our stuff? No, Judith. Nope. And I'll have more to say about all that, but no. Haffy. Oh, I tried that. I tried that approach, Haffy. And I said to my son, I didn't talk to her, but when they were trying to decide about whether to rent or buy in Austin, and Apple has just built a is developing an $8 billion campus in Austin. So the uh, rents and the price of property is going to go sky high. And so rather than paying throwing all that money away on rent, they decided to buy. And I said, why don't you let me go in with you on a duplex? And because and anyway, he goes, Mom, he says, my girlfriend loves you, but she might not want you next door. Judith, it is going to be my landing place. I have to sign a year contract. Obviously, I guess I could leave if something better comes along. But I'm going to be there through the winter. But I'm going to be traveling, and I am going to see Inside Kate's Kitchen in South Texas at Christmas, and of course, I will be reporting on that meal in a video. So I'll be traveling, and I'll be growing microgreens in my apartment, and I'll be doing a lot of other stuff. But I'm looking for my garden. Now what? I'm looking for my garden opportunity. I'm just glad I have a place that I can go to sleep, that I can afford. Silver Garcia. Oh, that's fantastic. Silver Garcia, where are you writing from? I have to sell my house. It just jumped. Gloria, as I mentioned before, there are 10-year waiting lists for community garden plots all around here. I met a woman who's been on a list for 10 years for a garden plot in the community gardens in Santa Monica. So there are several in Santa Monica. So that means whenever your name gets to the top, you could be chosen to go into any one of them. It's not like you can be on the list for the one that's right down the street. I can't wait 10 years for a community garden plot. I need something now. And so that is not even a consideration, unless someone watching this video or live stream or replay of the live stream says, hey, I'm not using my garden plot. Why don't you come and use it? And if that happened, that would be fantastic. And I'm going to a garden meeting tomorrow night, and I'm hoping that the people there might have some suggestions for me. Eric, what are you saying? I missed something. Oh, where are you, Heaven's Essentials? And what is your name, please? Your first name. Happy, can you post it? It's amazon.com/shop/Late Bloomer Show. Very, very simple. But if you can post it with the HTTPS, it'll be a nicer hot link. And everyone, Kate posted my PayPal link if you care to make a donation. And if you care to hit that super chat $ down there, every little bit helps me continue this channel. And the best way you can help this channel, everybody, is if you love this channel and you love me and you care about what I'm trying to do, please share it with 5 friends this week. Because earlier in the year, I was on track. I am not kidding. I was on track to hit it to 100,000 subscribers this year. And, a lot of crazy things happening in the world. And I don't know if that had anything to do with it. I also left my YouTube partner. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but things slowed down dramatically. But, if my channel triples this year, well, it will triple this year. For sure, it'll more than triple this year. I mean, I consider that a major success, but I still need your help sharing this channel. So please, 5 people this week, if you could, get them to subscribe to my channel, somebody that you think would enjoy it or be inspired by it. And the best thing is if you're in a garden club or if you're in any kind of club, a book club, anything, hopefully people would be inspired by my journey and what I'm trying to do. Let's see. Let's see if Heaven's Essentials answered my question. Eric, if you're talking about the Amazon, I am getting paid. From if you use my Amazon link, anyone that uses my Amazon link, if you're ordering from Amazon, just go to amazon.com/shop/late bloomer show. And even if you say, well, I don't want anything, she's presenting in her storefronts there. And I have I have a recommendations from my fans. I have garden essentials. I have home, home and wellness, health and wellness. I have a lot of suggestions on there of stuff to buy, but my gosh, if you're looking to buy toilet paper or whatever, if you go through my link, I will get a few cents for every sale. So that helps too, and that doesn't cost you anything extra. Huh, Judith, thank you. I'm going to do that. That is so discouraging. And what did you say where you live, Heaven's Essentials, and what your first name is? Because maybe I missed it. Well, that's what I'm hoping, Maria. I think before you joined, I said, my dream family would be a couple with a couple of kids who are, 6, 10, who are still impressionable. Children are still impressionable, and where they could show the biodiversity. And I've taken out a lot of plants, but there's still room to put more plants in. And that's what I'm hoping. Thank you, Daryl. See ya. Okay. This is getting ridiculous. Hold on a second. Where's my Amazon link? I'm pretty sure. Now, where's my live stream? There we go. Pretty sure this person has just pulled up. Here's my here's my Amazon link, everybody. If you want to order anything, I will get a few cents from that. Carolyn's got to go. Thank you, Carolyn. Bye, Daryl. Hey, Denise, I didn't even see you there. And thank you, Eric. I missed all of that, and I'm glad. Renato Luna. Renato, where are you writing from? Julie. Oh, wow. Julie, I was up in Montana. Would you do me a big favor if you haven't watched that video? Watch my Montana video and share it with your friends. Because I went up to Montana in August and I did one video with my son, and hardly anybody has seen that video. And it's so beautiful up there. And if you go to my homepage, let's see. Well, I have a playlist with my son. I think it's regenerative agriculture, grass-fed beef, something, and it's in there. Or you can just scroll back to August, and I'd be really grateful if you would do that. It was my first trip to Montana, and I really wanted to go to Yosemite, and that didn't happen. And who knows if I'll ever get back up there again. Okay, Eddie, that's a very good question. There won't be a video. I don't think. I don't think there'll be a video, Eddie. I'm just going to post a blog post. It's so simple. I said, wait, I mean, this is so simple. I can't even make a whole video out of it. So, and the thing is, you're supposed to weigh, have one of those little kitchen scales where you weigh the sugar and you're supposed to use an equal amount of sugar to the weight of the um, calyxes. And I didn't have the scale. In addition, you need a little tool to push the seed pod out of the calyxes, which looks like a little metal tube. But you've got to, you got to have a little handle on it so you can push, because it takes a little bit of force to push that out intact. And if you have this device, you can do that. I didn't have that device. I had to rig up something. And so and then the result was, I'm not sure the result was what it was supposed to be. But I did take still pictures, and I will post are you subscribed to latebloomershow.com? Because you'll see it, you'll get a notification of that. And I really need to do that today. I had forgotten to do that, and I need to do that. Yes, that's it, Happy. Thank you. Kate, that's the link. Cheryl, whoever sent me money this week, I have not done anything about that yet, and I need to do that today. This week was my can't even tell you how stressful this week was. Somehow I survived it. So I'm going to get caught up on that. I'm sure I did, Cheryl. Thank you. Eric, who are you responding to about 10 years is crazy? Oh, I know. There are not enough gardens, but the majority of people moving to Los Angeles have, well, certainly to the west side, have a lot of money, and the property is, there's just no publicly owned property. It's sad. Silver, do you have a garden in San Antonio? You must be close to Kate. Kevin, I haven't said hello. It's not Kaye's kitchen, Kevin. It's Kate's kitchen. CJ, downsize is good. Austin, okay. Yes, I'll be doing microgreens. Was there barking behind me? I didn't even hear it. I didn't pickle them. I brined them, which kind of, I guess, is the same thing. Silver Garcia. And go back and watch my olive brining video, please, because you'll see it's a real problem. The olive fruit fly lays multiple eggs in every single olive, and there are, between the two trees, there's probably 100,000 olives on there. I mean, I don't know, but it's thousands of olives on each tree. And there are multiple holes in every single olive. And not every egg becomes a maggot, but there's at least one in every olive that becomes a maggot. And as that maggot develops, this is so gross, I know, but as that maggot develops, it eats that young flesh. And so by the time it emerges from a hole, when it's developed, and I showed this on the video, when it coming out of the hole, it comes out of a hole and it drops down to the ground, and it overwinters in the debris around the tree. And then at some point, where you have no idea what point that is, in the spring or summer, They emerge when it gets to be a certain temperature, I guess. They emerge and become a fly, and they go into the ground and become a pupa, and then that pupa um, emerges in the spring and turns into a fly, and they instantly mate, and then they start, and by the time the olives are even half the size, they've already been injected with the numerous eggs. So you can't tent it, you can't spray it. It's really a difficult situation. And if I was going to stay here, I would get an olive expert out here to tell me what to do. I mean, last year I had these visions of having my own olive oil, getting my olives pressed. Oh, having my own olives, it would have been fantastic. It didn't happen. So much didn't happen here that could have, but is anybody still looking for a link? Because I'm behind on my comments. Oh, Julio Reyes from Belize. I'm sorry, I'm just now seeing you. I have a friend who owns a property in Belize, and he's tried to build a house down there for the last 20 years. I don't know if he ever got it finished. Uh, I would love to visit that beautiful place. I'm trying to catch up here, guys. I know, Cheryl. I tell you what, I'm going to look at that after the live stream, and I'll send you an email. Steve, let's go to Belize. Mm. I've got so many birds out there. Oh, goodness. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm so behind here. Foxine Ding Dong. Where are you writing from? And do you have a garden? There are many, 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 many maggots in the world of insects. Uh, so they very well could have climbed out of the drain or the sewer. Um, Eric, but what is the walnut husk? Does the walnut husk fly just attack walnut trees? And do you have walnut trees? Thank you, John Happy. Um, well, I tried to do that, Kate. This whole thing that was just hard dirt and it was all swept up, but they're all full of holes. But what I did last night, as you will see in this video, I'm giving all of you guys an advance preview of the video, is at the very end of the video, I spread out 2 huge tarps under the tree. So as the olives start dropping, because they do, we're going to catch them. Hopefully a lot of them will catch, but he's going to be cutting a lot of it too. So hopefully we'll get them out of there. Oh, Kaichuk Pham. Thank you. I appreciate that. English walnut. Well, we'll get a lot of them. I mean, Eric actually reminded me at the end of the night. at the end of the day yesterday. Yeah, Renato, it's not that simple. I would love to be able to have chickens, but I have a front yard garden, and there's no way to keep chickens out of the street. So, yes, so would I, Cheryl. Everybody, anybody who appreciates this channel who wants to make a super chat donation, you can hit that dollar sign down there, and everything helps to help support this channel. Singapore. That's fantastic, Foxine. What is your actual name? Is that your name? Um, but I congratulate you for growing all that in an apartment. I do not know. I can't even comprehend how you could grow tomatoes and eggplants and sunflowers. Oh, but that's outside your windowsill. Yeah. See, I won't have a window box or anything. If anybody has any experience with planting fall bulbs, please respond to Silver Garcia. And speaking of bulbs, I see that I had two little blueberry cherry tomatoes. Now this is how down to the wire. I had two of these on my table yesterday, and when I turned around just now, I saw that I stepped on one, and it's on the. Thank you, Judith. And it's smushed on the back there. Thank you, Judith, for your super chat donation. And that looks like 5 pounds. Did you say? Oh, you're writing from Canada, right? Um, so I'm taking these with me. Remember my beautiful red amaryllis? They're flaming red. We dug that up. And I was thinking about digging up my canna bulbs, but since I don't know where I'm going to be, I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave them here for the next people to enjoy because I have the seeds. Has anybody ever started cannas from seeds? And somebody sent me a donation for canna seeds. That was Teresa. I don't think Teresa's on today. Ah, you're in the Netherlands. Fantastic. Euros. That's right. Because yeah, it's a different. Thank you so much. Ah, Foxine is 15, everyone, and growing. Her name is Melody, and she's growing in her apartment mint, tomatoes, eggplants, sunflowers, and other plants. And that is, I congratulate you. That is fantastic. Kate is reminding everyone how to like this chat. Cheryl, yeah, I couldn't do that. I would not be allowed to do that. You have to keep them kind of locked up. And my neighbors used to have 3 chickens, and they were literally in a cage. It was about 7 feet tall and about 8 feet long and 3 feet wide. And I just thought, they were able, because their whole backyard was had a high fence, they were able to let them out with supervision to walk and peck around. But they had fake grass in the whole of the backyard. It was just like 2 feet around the whole edge of the backyard had plants, and they could peck around in there. And I just, that's just not a life for a chicken. I don't want to do that to a chicken. Happy, you mean just plant the canna seeds? Janice, what are you saying? If we need some real good olive pits, just let you know. What do you mean? Mm. Yeah, I know Tawana. But somebody else wrote me. Somebody else wanted canna seeds, and I have not done that, and I need to do that. I need to get caught up with a lot of stuff this week. Well, Melody, it sounds like you already have a garden of your own. You're just expand it, and that would be fantastic. Hey, Ed. Ed is writing to us from England. Yes, I am okay, Ed. I'll give you an email. The last 4 days have been a bit of a nightmare. No, Maria. The only thing, the way the Amazon link works is you're only ordering products that Amazon is offering. So because they do, it's not like anything that I can send or whatever. That it's only listed Amazon products. And by the way, my Growing Tomatoes heirloom tomatoes DVD is supposed to be listed at Amazon. So that is something that you could order through Amazon. And I would kind of get a double commission on that. Um, but for some reason, I thought I had it all signed, sealed, and delivered, all the material uploaded, but it's not listed. So I'm going to have to find a human being somehow at Amazon to write me back and tell me what the problem is. Happy, what are you saying? No bulbs for fall planting. What are you saying? Maria, I know you're out of the country, right? So depending on where you are, I could send you loofah seeds, but you'd have to make a donation. If you're out of the country, if you're inside the country, US, you can send me a $5 donation to my PayPal, and I'll send you some seeds. But if you're outside the country, it'd probably have to be at least $10. I don't know what the shipping would be. Thank you, Kate, for continuing to hit that like button and mention that like button. I don't know. Um, I don't know. Actually, Kate, one of the reasons that I am selling the house is because my friend's son works at Amazon, and they've been told that there's a downturn coming, and so I need to sell this house before that happens. Haffy is making an a good point. Is that if you go in the description underneath any of my videos, any video, just hit more, see more, and you will see all of this. You'll see my Amazon link, my essential oils marketing website link. You'll see my PayPal link, all the way, and my T-shirt link, all the ways to support Late Bloomer. I'm going to make one more plug for my T-shirt. I Not only because I get a commission if you order one, but because the but because the hi. Morning. Hi, are you Ascension? Yes. Oh, hi. Okay, I'm gonna have to go, everyone. The tree trimmer man is here to talk to me about my trees, and I just want to wish everyone a wonderful week. And Kate has just shared my T-shirt link. I would love to go to my T-shirt link later and find out that someone ordered a T-shirt. Um, the market, Judith, the market, the economy, the world markets. Yeah, things are pretty unstable with the way things are going. And so it hasn't hit my community yet, but I want to make sure and get this house sold before it does. Um, Thank you, Beth. That's the word I couldn't think of. Have a great week, everybody. Kevin, Cheryl, um, everybody for joining. Foxine, not Foxine, but Melody. Melody, keep up the great work. I have a lot of young people who follow this channel, and I want you to connect with them and keep getting inspired to keep doing what you're doing. Don't get distracted by all the stuff in high school, because what's most important is that you learn how to grow your own food. So if you know how to grow your own food, then other people are going to come to you and say, "Hey, can you help me learn how to grow my own food?" And you're going to be able to inspire a lot of people. Not only you'll have your own built-in community of people that care about you and support you, it's just a win-win situation for you to keep gardening. Thank you, Haffy, so much. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa will be joining me this afternoon. And thank you, Judith. Oh, thank you so much. Really, thank you. Yeah, feeding your cat might be more challenging, Melody. My cat will only eat rabbit. Now she's discovered she likes raw rabbit and Cornish hen. So very picky. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, Iceland. I'm just signing off. I have to go. Someone's waiting for me. Maddie, you have a great week and make sure and tune in at 8 next week so we get a chance to chat. I love you all. Thank you for your support. Have a great week. Bye. Uh, yeah, my cat did. One of my old cats did that too, Kate. I don't even know how to say bye because this thing is on the. I don't know how to sign off because this thing is on the screen. There we go.